A very good evening. Today we are going to discuss the prevention of money laundering, PML, which is definitely a testable area in your examination. Prevention of money laundering and transitional financial flows. So here you can see the prevention of money laundering. Hereafter we referred as PML is governed by Act number 5 of 2006 of the PML. If I am referred that, so you can see the Parliament of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, the PML Act number 5 of 2006 is uh, here. So you can see what are the statutory provisions and the legal boundaries which is in this act for your reference. So if you go to the last year paper, so I'm in last year paper. Is this forensic accounting? This is the 3 hour and total the 5 marks. Sorry, 5 questions. In you can see the question number 3, if I'm not mistaken, is purely coming from the this PML Act. It is easy, not that much hard if you are go through with the content. The prevention of money laundering, the people or the fraudsters trying to uh, incorporate their illegal money to the financial system, these type of 3 ways. So firstly, the fraudsters are placing the money. It means, let's say you are earning 2 million from a murder. You are killing someone and you are earning 2 million. So now you are going to introduce that 2 million to the financial system. First step is placement. Placement of the proceed of unlawful activities. The unlawful activities, you are corruptions, you are bribery, you are murdering, or you are killing someone, uh, you are supporting to the terrorism, blasting, bomb blast, right? Placement of proceed of the unlawful activities through variance means you are depositing that funds to your bank account, several bank accounts. So let's say your father's account, mother's account, your spouse account, your auntie's account, uncle's account, your grandfather's account, something like that. After that, you are placing the money to the system. You are through cash deposit. You are layering. It means you are splitting that money. Hmm? Layering of such deposit funds using remittances, splitting, merging, you are dividing that money. It means you are depositing, you are transferring to your friends, your relations, neighbors, something like that. Because the money laundering is not an individual act, it's doing at least group of person engaging with that. So after layering, you are integrating that fund. Integrate such layered funds by way of investment. You are purchasing of the asset, cars, vehicles, you are FDs, you are opening FDs like that. So in order to give a better, I would say, holistic idea, let's look at the one of the video. Give me 1 minute, please. Welcome back to the session. I'm sharing my screen. Hope you can visible it. Hope it is visible to you, right? Isn't it? It's visible. I think it's both audible to you as well. Mm.
We've all heard the words money laundering in our lives. But what exactly is it? To simplify things, money laundering is the illegal process of generating money from a criminal activity. Hence, it always hides a very dangerous and hideous crime. Money laundering occurs in 3 stages: placement, layering, and integration. The first stage, placement, consists of physically depositing illegal cash money in the financial system or banks. At this stage, the criminal is most vulnerable since bank employees are able to detect any discrepancy between what the criminal has initially mentioned as source of wealth and the amount of money he deposited at the bank. The second phase is layering. This phase consists of distancing the money from its illegal source of acquisition. Here, layers are created. Money is sent from one bank to the other and from one country to another, making it very difficult, even impossible for investigators to track down the origin of these funds. The third and final stage is integration, where illegal money is given legal appearance. For instance, the criminal establishes a business which he does not rely on financially. This business, in turn, generates money in order to fool everyone into thinking that his laundered money is coming from it. This is money laundering and its 3 stages in a nutshell.
Back to the session. So I think you have a clear-cut idea now. So you have 3 pages. If we go through with the last year paper, you are seeing that question number 3 discuss the different techniques that can be used in money laundering. Then of course you want to write these 3 stages. The money laundering, the fraudsters or the criminals try to legitimate their unlawful activity money by 3 ways, 3 stages. First, we are placing the money to the financial system. Let's say placement of the proceed unlawful activities through various means by using the cash deposit to the banks. They are placing that. Once placed, they are layering you the transactions. Right? Let's say they are remitting that money to USA, Saudi Arabia, likewise, because that's why. So I have a good experience when we are remitting the USD foreign currency. There is a specific form in HMB. We have form 2. What is the purpose? Like a KYC form. Know your customer form. They ask you reasons. In the People's Bank also it has a separate I would say document. We need to mention from whom we are remitting, to whom, for what is the reason, to how much, what is the source of the remittance. Likewise, we want to inform them what is the legitimate usage. Let's say, in our organization, we are engaging with tourism. In that case, we need to remit some funds to the foreign hotels as well, but in USD or the GBP payments, most probably it's USD. In that case, we need to do a TT, telegraphic transfer to Sri Lanka to, let's say, once we remit, I'm not disclosing the amount, a huge amount, more than 30,000 USD to the Malaysia, to a hotel, right? Likewise. So after that, you are layering, you are integrating. Integrate such funds by way of investment, purchase of assets, let's say land building, likewise. Applicability of the PML, this is very much important. The person resident in Sri Lanka, person includes body of persons. You know that person is individual, body of corporate, executed, non-governmental organization. Likewise, it is defined under the business law, maybe business taxation also, you may learn this. An institution carrying on a business in Sri Lanka and is either incorporated or registered in Sri Lanka. Incorporated or registers as a branch of a bank incorporated or registered outside Sri Lanka. Any act committed in Sri Lanka. Definitions: person, institution, financial business, designated, non-financial practices, those are there. Offense of money laundering. If you are engaging with money laundering, what is the offense, right? Any person who engage directly or indirectly. You are directly engaging, you are directly engaging. Let's say you are directly engaging. Or indirectly, you are supporting. In any transaction in relation to any property which is derived or realized directly or indirectly from any unlawful activity. You are earning money from murder case, terrorism, from a proceed from any unlawful activity. Knowing or having reason to believe that such property is derived or realized directly or indirectly from any unlawful activity or from the proceeds of any unlawful activity shall be guilty. You are liable or you are suffering a victim guilty of the offense of money laundering. Any persons who receives, you are receiving, if you are receiving 2 million, you possessing that money, you are possessing that money, you are concealing, you are hiding that money and dispose of or bringing into Sri Lanka. Transfer out to Sri Lanka. You are murdering here, you are receiving and you are transferring to UAE, your friend's account. Likewise, invest in Sri Lanka, any property which is derived or realized directly or indirectly from any unlawful activity or from the proceeding of any unlawful activity. Knowing or having reason to believe that such property is derived or realized directly or indirectly from any unlawful activity or from the proceedings of any unlawful activity shall be guilty of the offense of money laundering. So this also tested offense of money laundering, unlawful acts. If I am go to the last year paper, identify the unlawful acts according to the PML Act number 5 of 2006. Here the question is question number 3. It's for 7 marks. Recognizing the detrimental impact of money laundering on financial integrity and national security, Sri Lanka has proactively enacted a robust legislative framework in 2005-6 era. The three state statutes were established. The Conviction of the Suppression of Terrorist Financing Act, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, PMLA, Act number 5 of 2006 and Financial Transaction Reporting Act, FTR. This essay focuses on the PMLA and its definition on the unlawful act of money laundering, followed by an exploration of various laundering techniques employed by criminals. You are required to identify the unlawful acts according to the PML Act number 2007 6, right? Even you can think and write. What are the unlawful activities according to the PML Act number 5 of 2006? Of offense under the poisons and dangerous drugs ordinance. If you are engaging with, you are earning some money with engaging of the, you are selling poison, some uh, drugs to others, that is a unlawful activity according to this act. Any law or regulation for the time being force relation to the prevention and suppression of terrorism. You are engaging with terrorism activities or the bribery act, you are engaging with the corruption and bribery in government cases, it's always there. The firearms ordinance, the explosive ordinance of the offensive weapons, you are selling guns, weapons, right? The 56. The Exchange Control Act, any rule order to regulation made under an offense under Section 83C of the Banking Act. Any law for the time being in force relation to the transactional organized crime. Any law for the time being for the force of cyber crime. You are engaging with the cyber crime. Computer crime. The digital forensic, you may learn those stuff. For the law time being force related to offense of against child, you are dealing humans organs, right? Likewise. Any law the time being force related to the offense connected with the traffic smuggling of persons. So what is the meaning of smuggling? Food business, smuggling, smugglers. Smuggling is an illegal transportation of goods. These goods can be legal, such as alcohol, tobacco, illegal, such as drugs and arms. Smuggling, smuggling. Hmm. The custom ordinance, any regulation, rule, order made under there. The excise ordinance, Surabadu, the payment devices fraud act. You akirum minum taradi vancha karනවා. The payment devices fraud act. The national environmental, any regulation, rule, order made therein. An offense under the written law, time being forced into punishable offense by death or imprisonment, or the rigorous imprisonment, term 5 years or more, provided, however, that notwithstanding anything that took country in the preceding provision, when offense under the section dishonest misappropriation of the property, criminal breach of trust, cheating by personation, cheating with knowledge and wrongful loss, penal code, these are punishable offenses. Any act committed within the jurisdiction outside Sri Lanka which could either constitute an offence in the jurisdiction in way would committed in Sri Lanka among to an unlawful activity within the meaning of this act. So these things easy. Even think and write. Identify the unlawful acts according to the PMA and discuss the different stages we discussed. It is placement, laying, layering, and the integration. Here, I don't know why the students are getting failed, given this kind of subject. Here, even this question, anyone can write, I would say. Sri Lanka 2024 budget aims to raise the tax revenue by 41.7% to 3,820 billion rupees compared to this year estimated 2,596 billion rupees. And the most of tax revenue is expected from indirect taxes like GST, the VAT. No direct taxes we have, direct tax, income tax, likewise. Evaluate the role of the forensic accountant in achieving the aim of the new bubble. In order to enhance the revenue, how the forensic accountant can help? Because people are doing tax avoidance and mostly tax evasion. Forensic accountant is the person who has a specialized knowledge when it comes to the forensic aspect. ව්‍යවහාරික විගණනය කියලා ගැප් කියන්නේමයි. The finding of the forensic accountant is can to present in front of law. The first slide also you may learn that. I'm not going to read and even one star that stuff, right? Offenses, investigation, duty to disclose. Even you can think and write. I'm not going to elaborate. Then the answers for this question is here. These answers from ChatGPT. I will give you 1 minute to draft your answers. Okay. The money laundering identify the unlawful acts according to the Prevention of the Money Laundering Act. Under the Prevention of the Money Laundering Act number 5 of 2006, Act refers to any process involving the concealment, conversion, or transfer of proceeds derived from unlawful activities. The unlawful activities under the Act include possession of proceeds or crime, holding and managing asset obtained through criminal activities. You are obtaining a land from murders. Conversion or transferring funds or assets obtained from illicit activities. It means illicit means illegal activities. Similar word, synonym, illegal, criminal activities to disguise their illegal origin in order to hide. Concealment of disguise, hiding the nature, source, or ownership of the funds. Assistance of in money laundering helps others to acquire, possess, or use asset derived in unlawful act. Failure to report suspicious transaction. Financial institutions or individual failing to report transaction to the FCU, Financial Intelligence Unit, which is in CBSL. Discuss the different techniques that used in money laundering. Money laundering typically involves three main stages. You can see three main stages: placement. First stage is placement. Second is layering, and third one is integration. Right? Integration. The placement stage. If I will use different color, red color, right? In the placement stage is the initial introduction to the illegal funds to the financial system. Technique splitting large amounts into smaller deposits. Murphy. Structuring or smurfing. Physically moving cash of jurisdiction with weak anti-money laundering regulation, using cash-based businesses to mix illicit funds to legitimate income. Layering means this stage involves concealing the origin of the funds through complex financial transactions. You are transferring this account to some account to another account. It's like complexities. Transferring funds through multiple bank accounts and countries. Wire transfers. Wire transfers. Wire transfers. TT, wire transfers, right? Investing in high value assets such as real estate, artwork, or luxury goods. Creating shell companies or the puppet companies or fake companies, phantom companies, or trust to hide the ownership of school, right? These are the you can write as I informed. Mm, Here you can see hide. Integration means integration at the stage clean money reintroduced to the economy. You are firstly placing that money, illegal money to the system, and you are laying, and finally you are integrating. You are making the illegal money to the legal. You are converting the legal illegality of this money, right? At this stage, clean money are reintroduced into the economy as legitimate funds. Technique investing a legitimate business or the share stocks, using loan and financial instruments to legitimize funds, false invoicing, trade based on the money laundering. These are the techniques, right? Evaluate the role of forensic accountant in achieving the tax revenue targets outlined in 2024. Forensic accountants play, here you can see the illustration, forensic accountants play a critical role in helping Sri Lanka achieve the tax revenue target by addressing issues such as tax evasion. You're not paying tax fraud, non-compliance with the indirect tax regulations. Their contribution include detecting tax evasion and tax fraud. Forensic accountant investigate discrepancies in the financial records to identify tax evasion strategies such as underreporting income tax liability or the overstating some disallowable deduction. You are mentioning deductions, and you are understating your taxable income, and you are paying a lower tax at 30%. They use data analytics to identify patterns and anomalies. Anomalies mean discrepancies. Discrepancies in the large data sets, right? Anomalies, let's Google it. Anomalies means something that deviates from the standard. Abnormal, right? So if I come back to the system presentation, ensuring compliance with tax regulation, they audit and assess the businesses to ensure compliance with indirect tax requirements such as VAT and GST. By working closely with tax authorities, help them to address loopholes in the tax system. Loopholes because people are playing, tax avoidance are doing, aggressive tax planning doing based on the loophole which is pertaining to the tax system, right? You want to think and write here. Supporting revenue collection. Forensic accountants assist in recovering unpaid taxes Supporting revenue collection. Forensic accountants assist in recovering unpaid taxes by conducting financial investigation and gathering evidences for legal proceedings. Their expertise in tracking hidden assets ensures that individuals and businesses pay their fair share of taxes. Right? Preventing future tax evasion, they recommendation improvements, internal controls, tax administrative policies, and compliance systems. Forensic accountants play an advisory role in shaping robust tax enforcement strategies. You can think and write. In the context of 2024 budget, forensic accountants are essential to increasing tax revenue by ensuring that indirect tax mechanisms are efficient, transparent, and resistant to abuse. Their efforts contribute in minimizing revenue leakages and achieving the proposed targets of the 3,820 billions. Okay.